Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Bella with Bella Gitana Tarot. I hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been a minute since I have come on here, but I felt called to do a reading today. We're going to focus on the karmic and the divine masculine because I know I haven't done a reading for them in a while. You know, let's just find out what's going on. And I just want to also say happy late total lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. I'm going to do a reading later also about that energy to see what we should expect. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I already shuffled the decks, and by the way, if you hear a loud noise, or I don't know if you can hear it, but it's my fan. My AC went out, so I have to wait till Saturday till they replace it with a brand new one, and so that's why I have the fan going, and that's why, you know, the plant's moving. And but yeah, so it's a little hot in here, but you know, gotta make do with what I got. And so I have an excuse to just wear skimpy clothes, you know, just to stay cool as much as I can. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get started. Trying to decide which deck I want to start off with. I think I'm going to start off with the Pinup Boss Babe Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. It's just been calling my name. And let's just see. Let's do, on this side we're going to do Divine Masculine. This side we're going to do the Karmic. Alright, Spirit, so what is going on with the Divine Masculine and this Karmic connection for the collective? What is going on with the Divine Masculine, his energy, how he's feeling? Oh, crap. This also came out whenever I was shuffling. Moving on. I feel like he's feeling like he wants to move on. Big time. Yeah, look at that. Bottom of the deck, need a break. Ooh, yikes. He's needing a break. Bottom underneath that is concealed. It's a secret hidden. So he's not revealing this, that he wants to move on and leave this karmic behind. What's going on with the karmic, Spirit? I also get here because we have two feminines. It's like his feminine energy is telling him he needs to move on, but he could just be in his masculine energy and, you know, suppressing the feminine inside of him, right? It's like he knows that's what he wants to do, but he's just not doing anything about it. He's keeping it secret. And then here we have, I'm in control. So yeah, she's definitely steering the ship here in this connection. And bottom of the deck we have decision. So I feel like she is a little bit unsure, but I feel like she's trying to pretend she's in control even if she's unsure about something. Underneath that we have call me babe. So I'm just getting here that it's also like, I feel like she knows he wants to move on, but she's just buying her time and just like hoping that he's gonna like initiate it if that's what he wants to do, or I don't know. Very interesting. We're gonna have to pull some tarot to see what else. Okay, so let's see. Why is moving on here, Spirit, for the masculine? We're going to use Arrows of Love Tarot by mysticmoon Oracles. Why is moving on here for the masculine? Oh my God, he feels like it's justice, karmic justice, loss of karma. It's like this is in his heart space. Remember I said his feminine energy is telling him he needs to move on. And it's imprinted in his heart that he wants to do the right thing and move on. And this is part of his karmic contract with her. That's why we call it a karmic. Then we have the Youth of Keys here at the bottom. It says here Sprout. So this is the Page of Pentacles actually. So I'm getting here that he knows this is the key to, you know, the solution to finally get out. But I'm getting here with this red circle. It's like But this is like a safe space where he doesn't feel like he's ready to pull the trigger on it. You know what I mean? Like to actually sprout this decision to life. Because right now it's in his heart. So seeing how we have the Page of Pentacles, it's like he knows that he would need to transition it from his heart into his physical world. But it's growing. I mean, the feeling is growing that he knows he needs to, you know, find the solution to get out. But he's in the self-pity energy, this victim mentality. Five of Hearts is the Five of Cups, you know. So it's almost like it's breaking his heart that he feels this way, but he knows that the feeling is growing. And this reminds me of the root chakra, you know what I mean? But he knows that this is the right thing to be able to be safe and bring stability to the situation. But he feels really bad about feeling this way, but that's how he feels. Why does he need a break, Spirit? What is that about? It's funny how she's wearing red too, and so is this girl. So this definitely has to do with his stability. He knows that he wants space from the situation, but he feels like his stability is too wrapped up in it. Wow, these just popped out in reverse. Ace of Arrows is the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Cups, Seven of Hearts. Stimulating and reality check in reverse. So I'm getting here that he knows he needs a break intuitively, but he's trying to deny himself, right? To deny the truth. Ace of Arrows is this Ace of Swords, so that's like he's denying the truth that it would be stimulating for him to actually take a break. But at the same time, he's feeling like he has to make a choice to still stay in this fantasy energy, right? Because that's what Seven of Hearts is. Seven of Cups is about daydreaming and like a fantasy. And upright, it would be a reality check. Yeah, see, there's a delay here. So I feel like he is aware that it would be stimulating to actually make a decision to break out of this fantasy and have a reality check. But he is delaying it. You know what I mean? Like I said, like his masculine is taken over and delaying it because he doesn't want to be the bad guy is what I'm getting. That's what it is. He doesn't want to be seen as the bad guy. Okay. Why is I'm in control here for the karmic? Yeah, Nine of Hearts. This is the Nine of Cups. Fulfillment. So this fulfills her to be in control, you know, to steering the boat where she wants it to go. Yeah. Chariot at the bottom, travel. Funny how I was saying steering the boat and we have travel and that's what boat is. And we have a vehicle here. So it's like she feels in control in wearing the pants in this relationship. You know what I mean? Wow. Wise decisions here. Like it seems like she's unsure about something. What is she unsure about, Spirit? Wow. It just flew out in reverse, the Hierophant. So this is a wedding dress, tradition. I feel like she feels unsure about this commitment that they're in because she knows it's not traditional. Like, this is not how she was raised. This is not how things should be, where she's in control and he's not. I feel like she's noticing that this is a connection where essentially he should be the one taking control, you know what I mean, and leading the relationship, but instead she is. So I feel like even though it fulfills her to be in control, she would like for him to take the lead for once sometimes, you know, so that she doesn't feel like she has to make the decisions even if she's unsure about something. Yeah, it's like hermit solitude. It's like she would like nothing more than to just take a break and not have to be the one making decisions. But this is their dynamic right now. It's like this is probably how it started in their connection, and this is how it continues to be, right? Where she's the one that calls the shots, you know, telling him what to do. Call me, babe. She's probably very needy is what I'm getting here with that call me, babe. You know, like telling him how to address her or like how to, I don't know, like how to reach out to her. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, she's overthinking. With Call Me Babe, we have the Nine of Arrows, which is the Nine of Swords. So she's overthinking and anxious about what he's going to do. So that's why she feels like she has to tell him what to do. Because she's honestly not fulfilled. Four of Hearts is somebody that's bored, like they're feeling like they're reacting to things instead of being proactive. And so I feel like she just feels like very blue in this connection, like their communication style is where she's always having to ask him to do things for her. It's not like he does it automatically, okay? So this keeps her up at night. It's funny how she has 2 9s here. And so I feel like she's getting to the end, the tail end of this energy, where she's tired of being stressed out about how their connection is very much her leading the relationship and he's not. So it's almost like she would like nothing more than for him to be in control. But she doesn't know any other way. So she continues to lead the relationship. Okay? Very interesting. So let's pull some Millennial Oracle to see. Gonna get some clarity. Wow, this came out in reverse. Put on blast. Being publicly embarrassed. I can't even talk. Personal business exposed. Exposing secrets called out. Remember how we saw secret earlier? Like he's keeping it to himself, that he's hiding, that he wants to move on. It actually came out in reverse when it popped out. So he's afraid to let her know that he needs a break, that he wants to like actually make a decision because she's the one making the decisions. You know what I mean? So it's like, how are you going to flip the script when she's the one that's been leading the relationship? Bottom of the deck, we have Spiritualist. Searching for meaning in life, discovering the magic around you, manifestation, the spirit realm. So he knows that if he was to be true to himself, he would need to finally put it all out on the table and be honest with himself. We have a dream catcher here, so this could be like a nightmare for him to finally come out and say what he feels, right? His feminine energy, because he feels like he's going to be put on blast, right? Like I said, he doesn't want to be embarrassed. He doesn't want to be the one to call the shots. It's like he wants it to be her idea. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. What's going on with her, Spirit? What's going on with the karmic? Okay, we have vibe for her. A sense about something. Listen to your intuition. Intuition, a feeling, aura. Okay? So I'm getting here that she feels in her intuition that this is not how the connection is supposed to be, right? Where she's calling the shots. And she has a feeling that this is off balance. You know what I mean? And that's why we have Justice card here, because the masculine wants balance, but he doesn't know how to make it come to life, right? And she thinks that it's okay to be in control because maybe this is how she grew up, how she's always done in her past relationships and brought it on to this one. And so she's used to being gassed here, being applauded and cheered on, over the top compliments, support, encouragement. See, so I feel like she's been used to being encouraged to take the lead in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like that's the vibe that she is used to. Why is overthinking here? Okay, shakes my head. No words can do it justice. Disappointed, stupid move, right? I'm getting here that she feels stupid for having to tell him to do things for her. And she's like probably wondering, how come I have to tell him what I need instead of him already knowing? You know what I mean? So she's disappointed. She's disappointed. This keeps her up at night, right? She has her hands on her head, just like the regular Rider-Waite has the guy on the bed, like with his hands on his face, like crying and like disappointed, right? So I'm getting here that with the cat here too, she's feeling like, when is he going to finally be independent and tell me what I want to hear without me having to tell him, you know? So she's disappointed that he's not really taking the lead. Bottom of the deck, we have bougie, creating an image of wealth or upper class status, but really not. Finer things in life, upscale. So I feel like this karmic could be in it for the wrong reasons, as far as like wanting to stick it out because he must bring her like some kind of financial stability. So she's almost like saying, as long as I get my financial needs met, then I can go ahead and forego my other emotional needs, right? But deep down, that's something that is not fulfilling her. You know what I mean? Even though she lies to herself that it is fulfilling, it's really deep down not. Okay? So that could probably be why she's going within to try to figure out what is missing, because she feels it in her gut. Something's off here, right? This is not traditional. This is not how a connection should be. And I'm unsure about this decision that I made. What is she unsure of about the decision that she made, Spirit? And then we'll go to the masculine. This is the Zodiac 108 Oracle. Let's just see, what is she unsure about the decision that she made? Oh gosh, broken heart. And this one just popped out out of nowhere. Many options. Funny how we had the 7 of Cups for him and this popped out of nowhere. Choices, right? Two-faced. This has to do with decisions. Wow. And so it says here, heartbreak, interference, sorrow, grief, funk, sadness, mourning, distress, let down. It's funny how we have that with this one, disappointed. Gloomy, hopelessness, regret, crisis, unhappy, hurt, bitter, devastated, emotional pain. So this is Gemini energy too, and this adds up to a 10. Okay, so I'm getting here that she feels this decision that she made was like a double decision where she didn't realize. I feel like she didn't realize what her number 66 here reminds me of abundance, right? So I feel like she made a decision based on wanting abundance in this connection, but at the same time, it's not making her happy, right? So it's like also convertible. It's like you're trying to convert yourself to an image, or like to be somebody that you're not, to be able to attain something, right? So I feel like she is unsure if she made the right decision to make herself out to be this person that he wanted to marry. But now she ended up breaking her own heart because she's disappointed that this is not what she wanted deep down. It's what she thought she wanted at the time, but she's unhappy, she's hurt, she's bitter, she's grieving something here. Yeah, look at that. Bottom of the deck, we have well. Deeper meaning, community, hidden emotions, right? So she's hiding her emotions that she's disappointed. True feelings, right? Perception, looking deeper, provided for. This is exactly what I've been saying. It's like she thought that she, as long as she was provided for, that she would be happy and in control and fulfilled. But deep down, she didn't really realize that she was going against her own intuition, right? Because we have the Hierophant here in reverse. This could also be, the Hierophant in reverse could also be a divorce. I mean, the fact that we have moving on, Hierophant in reverse, heartbroken. And I feel like this is what it is. She's just not wanting to be the one also to speak up, because she knows this is how he's feeling, that he doesn't want this. One card, please, here for the masculine. What is keeping him from letting his feminine energy speak up his truth, you know? What's keeping him from speaking up? Hot air balloon. Balance, uplifting, freedom, going with the flow, rise above, don't resist, new perspective, untouchable, defying gravity, continuous flow, ascension, view, elevate, feeling good. Wow. You guys, I feel like since we had the Justice card here and then we have balance here, I feel like what's keeping him from doing the right thing to actually go with the flow and keeping himself from doing what's right is feeling like he would be defying gravity. You know what I mean? Like it's impossible to defy gravity, right? Like he feels like if he were to try to go after his dream and go with his intuition and what he feels, that eventually somebody is going to pop that balloon and he's going to come crashing down, right? And this has to do with new perspective, right? So what's keeping him from following his heart is not being able to have a new perspective and resisting it. We did see the Hangman here earlier, right? There's been a delay because in order for him to finally make a decision, right, he would need to look at things from a different perspective, and that's what the Hangman is about. And on that card, it was somebody climbing a mountain to be able to look over the cliff. And at this point, he's at the bottom of the mountain and he can't see past the mountain, right? So I'm just getting here with the number 8 here with Leo energy. It's like he's lacking the confidence to be able to trust himself and his feelings, and he's being logical instead, right? And not speaking his truth. This is the 9. This is like 9 of Cups. Wish granted, serendipity, blessing, patience pays off, abundance, hope, good luck, patience, promise, godsend, creation, manifest wealth, prosperity, perfect timing. So this is his wish, that he could actually follow his intuition and rise above, right? And have the freedom to not only feel his feelings, but actually follow through and speak up how he feels, that he wants to move on, that he needs a break, that this is not serving him, but he doesn't want to be embarrassed. You know, he just cares too much about what other people are going to think, you know? It could be what he's worried about, what she's going to think about him, you know, her family, what have you, his friends, his family. And so at this point, it's almost like this dream is just a dream right now. And he's not trusting that that's actually possible because he's resisting it. But the more you resist something, the more that it becomes magnified. And eventually, I feel like he's going to finally make a wish, like, and put it out there in the universe that he wants to find a way out of this situation. Because that's how he's feeling. This is the Cancer energy. We have an 8 and a 9 here. So I feel like he's getting towards the end. That's why he's getting towards the end of that cycle. Look at that. Ring contract. Yep. Okay. So why is ring contract here, Spirit? I mean, it's obvious. He's in a contract with this person. They could be married. Doesn't have to be. But I also get here that he wishes to be with somebody else. Married to somebody else even. Yeah, see, he's masking it. Harlequin, masking. He's masking how he's feeling, right? Because he doesn't want to be looked at differently. Look at that. Sunflower, autumn. You know what's so funny? I had a dream a couple of days ago. My masculine was giving the karmic a sunflower. And I thought that was interesting because normally you would give them roses, right? But he was giving her sunflowers. So I kind of get here that it's like yellow is a very playful, youthful energy, and also more about like friendship. So I feel like your masculine in this connection is trying to keep the peace and keep things friendly. Yeah, look at that. Cold-blooded right underneath that snake. Because this energy here with the sunflower is going to keep things from getting cold-blooded and like not going in a good direction. You know what I mean? Like keeping things surfacey, right? But at the same time, he's not satisfied with this because we saw the hangman, we saw the justice, right? He wants to do right, but he feels like he's stuck in a catch-22 because he doesn't want to be put on blast. That's really what it comes down to. What's going on with the karmic here, Spirit? Koala, mindful. See, so I feel like she looks at things from a bigger perspective, right? And she's over here on this tree, like looking down, being mindful about what's going on because she's the one that's in control. She's the captain of the ship right now, right? Bottom of the deck, we have bike skills. So this is something that she's used to doing. Remember I said like she's used to doing this in previous relationships. Then this one popped out, snowman, winter. Funny how we have autumn and winter here. So very playful energy again, right? So I'm getting here that she's just being mindful that she has to be the one to call the shots because she's able to see things from a bigger perspective. And I feel like she sees that this is not going where it should be. You know what I mean? Like instead of progressing together, they're regressing. They're not. And that's why she's overthinking and being disappointed because this connection has gone cold big time. And so with the sunflower energy here, I feel like he's thinking maybe it's going to go back to being warm again, right? Maybe they met in the autumn. Doesn't have to be. But this is why he's hiding his feelings because he's hoping that something's going to turn around to be better. But it's not, okay? Why is overthinking here? What shakes my head? and call me babe. This card just flew off the table. Chair attendance, okay? Remember I was saying she feels like she has to tell him what she needs. Kind of like a teacher, right? Like attendance, like, okay, like now I got this out of the must have. She's sitting down over here too. Timid, shy. Yeah, so I feel like she's too shy to really... Also, the yellow here reminds me of confidence too. So it's like she's too shy to really tell him how she feels, because she feels like if she does, he's gonna like leave, right? There's nobody here on this chair. So I'm kind of picking up some abandonment issues here. So this is probably why she's thinking, well, as long as I keep calling the shots, then, you know, this is going to help me stay independent, or make me feel like I'm in control, like I'm running the show and I have more control. But really, it's an empty victory, because at the end of the day, nobody is there. It's like a facade, you know what I mean? She feels like this is a milestone at sometimes, but it's not. It's not. It's just like an empty victory is what I'm getting here. Okay. All right. Let's summarize this reading. Didn't mean for it to go this long, but it's been a while since I've done any of these. So we have Archangel Metatron, 6th chakra. This is the 3rd eye chakra. Okay. So I feel like they see that they need to follow their intuition, but they're not listening to their intuition. And if they did listen to their intuition, they would have door to personal healing and happiness. We did see that rainbow earlier, right? This is a number 7. So this is about spirituality. Yeah, see? Door to romance. 33. That's about having abundance. So I'm getting here that they're not seeing that they're not growing individually in order to be able to really find love. And that's what it comes down to. They need to see things from a higher perspective. Like, he needs to see that regardless of how he might look to other people, he needs to follow his intuition and be true to himself and speak his truth and say, hey, I don't want this. I want to move on. I learned my lesson from this contract and I'm not happy here, right? And that's going to help him open the doors to his own personal happiness, so that he can have the love that he really wants. Same thing with her. It's like she's going to realize she doesn't need to be the one always asking for what she needs. She needs to find somebody that already will know what she needs without her having to say it. And that's going to fulfill her. And then she can be happy in a connection that is balanced, where that person, the male, right, is calling the shots and not her. Because that's how it should be, right? That way, the Hierophant in this deck for her would have been upright. It would have been traditional, right? Where the man is the leader of the pack and not the woman. And that way there will be balance. And bottom of the deck, we have hostilities in reverse, right? So if this was to happen, where people actually follow their intuition and follow the things that they can't see right now in the physical, but they see it in their 3rd eye, then they'll be able to find a way out of this rut into their own personal happiness to lead them to the real romance that's meant for them. And then they can have their guard down, right? To not be, you know, hostile in a connection that they're not supposed to be in, because they'll be able to let their guard down because they're with the person they're supposed to be with, right? Wow. Interesting. One last message here, Spirit. What do we need to know for the collective? Ooh, look at this. Dragonfly, emergence. Okay. Dragonfly is also about transformation. So this is happening slowly but surely, but I feel like, you know, this person is going to finally speak their truth eventually. I feel like the masculine is emerging. Look at that. Oh my God, karma. Wow, DNA, karma. So somebody is going to transform and break the chain of their karmic cycle. This could be something from their ancestors, right? That they're going to finally emerge out of that water and speak their truth. I've never seen this card before. That's crazy. See, being vulnerable. Vulnerability is going to help them to grow. We have sunflowers here and bluebonnets. It's like a balance, right? So this is going to happen where they're going to be able to grow and be balanced. That's what it comes down to, because up until this point I've been saying he's afraid to speak up and lead the relationship, and she's tired of leading the relationship because that's not how it's supposed to be. So eventually something's going to come to a head. This is also about healing. You know, this reminds me of that medical strand or whatever, you know, where people are going to be balanced and give equally to each other. And they're going to realize they need to break out of this ancestral karma, right? Codependency, to actually speak their truth and emerge and actually transform like the dragonfly. Wow. So that is your reading, guys. I hope that was helpful. Comment below your thoughts. I've never really done a karmic reading like this before, but I hope that it kind of gave you guys some insight on what's going on. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!